Welcome back to Super Buddies Forever, and many of us were very excited about the Harry Potter dolls, especially Albus Dumbledore. This has been a very, very cute array of dolls. Somebody wants to say hi. Cute array of dolls and fun, totally. But the bummer is Dumbledore was a disappointment because of this stupid plastic beard, which looks corny. Here's some pictures of how it looks when you take it off. There's only a little bit of glue holding it on, and it actually was quite by accident. I just kind of peeked under and it popped off. And when I seen this, the only movie that came to mind was The Purge. So for me, that didn't work, and I was not really disappointed in him because my original plan was to use the body for this guy, which I did, and I was happy. But then I got this beautiful idea when I posted those pictures on Instagram. I got this beautiful idea from little Mr. Ethan. Thank you, Ethan, for sparking my brain on how to put your thoughts together and mine. And peeps, friends, doll family, I'm always paying attention to what you have to say. With him giving me that idea, I felt confident to buy another one, and now I would have two heads to work with, and his idea and my idea, I think, is going to come together. So I'm going to show you that. Now, it's not going to be Dumbledore. It's just going to be an old guy with long white hair. And that's kind of what I thought was cool. And let me show you what I came up with. Supplies I needed was an old Ken head that had a bust in the neck, some good scissors and cutting, and caulk. So I just did what he said, and I cut around the face. Oh, it even gets spookier in here. So that was my piece of new lips. Different color didn't matter because of the caulk. And this is how it looks right here. This is this right here. It looks very silly for his face-off change. But I used the razor blade and the scissors and whatever I could to actually sculpt around it to make it fit in the space as best I could, and also to cut underneath so it was flat. And when I turned it, which I'll show here in a second, the lips, even though different from what they were, they make sense for this profile. See right there, that's a good view. So that was my goal with this portion right here. Took a little while and a little figuring out, but there was a lot of room to wiggle. And when you see how I put the stuff on it later, you'll see that I did have even more wiggle room. So there's just some glue, super glue, which I used to put it on, and then I'm going to use the caulk to do the flocking. The little piece of mouth is properly glued on here, and then here's just a really good look at how much space I have to fill. Obviously, you can't do that with Mod Podge, and caulking is the way to go. I'm showing you this to show you this is not the product I suggest. I grabbed this on accident and wasn't paying attention. I should know better. It's a sealant. It's pliable. Get this. As I was saying about my mistake here and what I bought, see, this is sealant, clear, difference in price too. This is caulk, and there's a couple. You want the word caulk, not necessarily the word sealant, because that means that it's bendable and pliable, and it's okay, and I'm happy with it. But I'm not going to use that anymore for this. And next time I'm at Walmart, I'm going to make sure that I grab the caulk, not the sealant. All right. Sorry about that mishap in there for confusion. Now it is finally time to fill in that void of space on his poor face. Space on the face. And anyway, this is how I got it set up. I thought this was easy. I love these Yoplait cups. They're my favorite for water, for holding for so much. I swear I buy them, make Gracie eat the yogurt, and then I keep the cups for crafting. But here is the caulk, which is really sealant. But anyway, using caulk, you can see this on another video, which I'll talk about in a minute. But you just put it on wherever you can slightly, and then dip your brush in a little water and fill in the void. Be very careful. This is a little shiny. If you were to make it smooth, meaning brushed it out onto his cheek, maybe up in his eye, would be a little too much. So be careful of that. But once again, here is a perfect little example. Get it a little watery so you can work with it. Of course, this thins it, so it is going to sink when it dries. It is white, but will dry clear. Here is my first coat done very neatly. Again, it will sink, and I'm expecting already to have to do 2 coats. See what I mean about the shiny? It looks like he's got snot near his beard. That's what I was trying to say about not going too far in his cheek. Be careful. You can use your finger and wipe it off. You definitely got some working room with this product, which is great. And in quite honesty, if it really you did wrong, you can pick it off. Most important when you get your caulk, get clear. Clear is key here. Wow, I'm rhyming really good today. I like that. Okay, have we shown enough good views? I did 2 coats last night, and here it is dry. As stated, it would be clear, and it's hard to tell here, but it's pretty thick to fill in that space there. And now once I do 1 to 2 coats of flocking, that will fill it up even more, and then I think it's going to be really good. And of course I'm going to go really close to the lips so this color difference doesn't show. Look at how dry my fingers are. Who else gets super dry hands in the winter? Oh well, it is what it is. So next step is this hair, custom cut hair. Using the hair from a Tinkerbell I found while thrifting, I custom cut this hair for chicken chambray and made extra. Check out that video. Thankfully I did that because I do have a little obsession or fascination with the white haired on the dolls, because it's just not all that common in the doll fashion world. So I was hoping for something interesting like this. Chicken chambray looks wonderful. So now I got some left over here to work on this. As you'll have to look at this stuff from that video because I'm not going to go over it, but basically I'm going to use the caulking in a layer and put this on like you do glitter in stocking names, and do 1 coat and then probably wait and see how it looks and do a 2nd coat. And I want it to be thick so it doesn't, you know, see this clear space behind. So let me get to that. Here's where I'm at that point. As I said, it's kind of like glitter on glue type thing. You just have to be a little more careful. Again, I'm not going to show this all to you in detail as it is shown better in a different video, which I've marked up on top and or put down, or I have, not and or, it's down in the description too. And if I forgot, let me know. But anyway, this is where it's at. You can see the thicker I build it up. This is the first coat of using the hair as flock. It's going to change the whole profile. Here's the first coat, dry. So you can see how it's clear and it's looking good, and it's giving this effect of a scraggly beard, which I think is awesome. Those who watch here know that I love fixing the fellas up different because they all look a little too similar, but he's really turning into something different, and I love that. And look at how the mouth is starting to blend in to where we're not going to notice it once we get, you know, the full amount of coats built up. Now I happily have the 2nd coat on top of the first, of course, duh, that's the way it works. But there is how it looks when you start adding another coat. Now, of course, we don't care what, well, I don't care what this guy looks like. So however his jaw changes in shape, it's all good with me as long as the beard looks scraggly. And look at that. Who has a male with the beard going all down on the chin scraggly? So what was I saying? I forgot. Yeah, as long as he looks decent, right, and symmetrical, then we got a good thing going. Here is a comparison to him in the box. Oh, we got the new fellow. What's his name going to be? I don't know. Here's a picture I had on Instagram showing the bodies if you're interested. This was what made this interesting too. It's a curvy or broad Ken, thinner thighs, but nonetheless broad, which is interesting. So here's a better view now. I finally got that 2nd Dumbledore out of the box, and I can give you a really good showing of the 2 together. Look at this. So what a difference. What it feels like it looks like is a younger Dumbledore, which is kind of cool. In my case, it's not going to be that way, but yeah, Panda wants to say hello again. He's just handsome, and I like it. I really like it. Like, of course, this is not Dumbledore with the long beard, but it's my guy, my new guy to my Wendy's doll world, and I love it. I love the long hair, and I think that's neat, the white. And here's the good part. I got the 2nd head because of the way I did it, and I could easily pop off one or the other and swip and swap them if I really want Dumbledore as a character. Hey, what's you gonna do? I got a video for that too, by the way. It's long. So here we go. Here's my handsome fellow, whatever his name is. I ended up realizing what I didn't know in the beginning, and even after I opened the first one, he has a fabulous hairline that makes him look different too. And he's going to be his own guy, and not the old guy who's miserable and telling you to get off the grass, but an interesting old guy. And that's neat. Look at him. Isn't he handsome? So I had to, anyway, I was saying I had to pull back his hair. I was getting a little, he's so handsome. I was looking at him too much. I pulled back his hair because I wanted to show that hairline. I think that's great. I think he's fabulous. I think he's been worth the effort. I hope you found the time to watch worth it. See you next time.